All right, so we are back on the Mana Symbol channel, and we are playing this really sweet little submission from someone who's been hanging out my chat. Excellent brewer and competitor, Canada Man 101. Also competes in MTGO events with the same moniker, I believe. I've seen it up there in the top 32s a couple of times with different lists. This one is called Mono Blue BrrrrrZa, because Urza goes burr. We're not playing Whir of Invention. We are instead playing a critical mass of artifacts, Urza's Saga, and we're just sort of playing a mid-range strategy. We've got Emry for recursion out of our graveyard. We've got a Crucible of Worlds that can keep bringing back our Urza Saga. We've got some counterspells for disruption. Spellskite protects both Urza and our other artifacts. We've got Thought Monitor as a flying, thought-seizing monster. And we have an Emrakul that, in theory, in several games, we'll either be able to cast off of having Urza in play or just a ton of lands. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how much more there is to say about this deck before taking it out. It's really interesting. We've got the Blackstaff of Waterdeep. So this is a blue legendary artifact. Says you may choose not to untap the Blackstaff of Waterdeep during your upkeep. As animate walking statue, 1 to blue tap. Another target non-token artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature for as long as the Blackstaff of Waterdeep remains tapped. Activated only as a sorcery. So we can use this on Thought Monitors to make them 4/4s. Yep. We can also use it on Spellskites to make them 4/4s, or any of our non-animate artifacts, just not tokens. And then we have a tutor package for Urza's Saga. Don't forget you can get Welding Jar if you're playing against blue-white control. It really helps you play through Supreme Verdict. And then we've got some Mindslavers in the well, we got a Mindslaver in the sideboard. We got some Wormcoil Engine. So, yeah, this is a wild one. I'm ready to see how good or bad this goes for us. But it looks like could be pretty powerful. I feel like maybe this deck could use some Mind Stone. Only Mox Amber is a way to get Urza into play on turn 3. And Emry is the only cheap legend. Not super high on that in general. Yeah, blue-white Talisman would be fine. I mean, I think Mind Stone's better if you don't need more blue mana. Blackstaff won't give you mana on Mox Amber, though. So you're technically correct. Just staring at the endings in the sideboard. Yeah. Yeah, Mox Amber is awful. But it's all we get. Yeah, combo decks absolutely break fast mana. All right, first mulligan. Yeah, I guess we're keeping that one. Huichinquel. I don't know what I'm up against, so I don't know if I want either of these. I probably don't want the Thought Monitor this early, and I probably don't want the Counterspell. I feel like I'm going to live to regret shipping the Counterspell here. Problem is, I feel like I need more powerful draws, because we already got Spellskite for turn 2. Well, shit. Warping Well? Okay. Could be Etron, could be Principe. Alright, well. If you're gonna be that way, deck, fine. Fine. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the goal, Mord. That's why you don't ship a land over Bauble. Yep, that's the obvious, yep, that's the obvious truth. And if I hadn't done that, I actually would have been in a way better spot. Good pointing out. Yep. I always think the Bauble in my graveyard is supposed to be valuable, but this isn't a Dragon's Rage Channeler deck at all. So it's like, just totally not. TKS? Chalice and 0. It's a little late, but okay. Sure. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Konana. The thing was, with the double scry on Witching Well, that happens if I... So, like, let's say I want the top card, which means I play the island, which means I play a Witching Well, which hits me a scry on a card that I already know I want, which felt like that was wasteful. So it means I definitely should have bottomed the... I definitely should have bottomed the... Yeah, I could have had the Bauble. I just wanted to dig deeper and faster for relevant action. That was my thought process. Is like, with my hand, I didn't feel like I could wait. Just like wait around. Well, and I could have been okay with not playing the Skydon too, and for whatever reason, I just wasn't. Hope they have another Warping Whale here. Good, good. Bauble, no fetch, draw the card onto play well. But that means I'm not playing the Witching Well until turn 3, which is fine. Again, I think there's a lot of different ways I could have taken that were better than what I did, for sure. Yeah, Saga was a really good draw. This is a smasher, though. Well, we get to bump their Matter Shaper if they attack with it, so we're only taking 5 per turn at the moment, which is not bad at all. That's a really good draw, too. Okay, this means I'm comfortable with attacking. I wasn't before, but... So they're going to go to 12. No. Yes. No, they're going to go to 13 off of this. Next turn, I make another construct. I get another artifact. So that puts me at 6/6 constructs, of which I have 3, which is 18 damage, plus the Shadowspear. So what can they hit for chumping? Stuff? They flipped the Tron. Well, worst is Cavern. It depends on if they play All's Dust or not here. Like if this is Karen, TKS. Well, I just have to counter that and hope that the next play isn't too bad. They already have 1 chump if they want it. No. Yeah. Chalice on 1. Word. So they're mostly dead. Do we have lethal somehow? I'm going to look. I don't think so. Oh, Spellbomb? They have 1 blocker. That means I have 3 5/5s plus. No. Nope. No, we don't have lethal. No, they have a blocker, Mord. They have a Saga. Right. No, it won't be 6. It'll be 5 + 5 + 1. We do have a Welding Jar. To be fair, I'm not normally that smart. To be fair, I usually miss stuff like that. So I don't blame any of you. Still put them to 1? I feel like Shadowspear is just better, though, right? Because then I'm all on 6/6s. Like, they have to block, and they lose the Smasher and the token. Spear is better. I don't get to attack with Urza, which is, like, fine. Yeah. And All Is Dust doesn't solve this board either, which is, like, always sort of the biggest concern. I guess they could make the token and group block one of my constructs. No, they would die. Okay, that's good. Yeah, they have to chump both. They have to. They only have one legal block. Urza makes it lethal. It does not. Urza doesn't make... Oh, but they can't block Urza. Urza did not have to attack, but it was free. Yeah, you guys are right. They had to block like this. Right? Yeah. Urza did not need to attack, but Urza attacking was free. So I lost a point of damage there. Which, honestly, the way that went down, like, I'm not upset about the point of damage I lost. But I should have gotten maximum efficiency out of it. There's no reason that I shouldn't. I did not change. Oh no, I did. I do have a good stream name. Ballista? Ballista would be bad. It's gonna be a Ballista. They're paying the X. What a great draw. They're struggling with it. Oh, it's not a Ballista. Oh, it's Ulamog. They die. No. Yeah, Ulamog, they die. Oh, TKS plus Basilisk Collar? Sure. That's annoying, but not unbeatable at all. This is fine. They have one more card in hand, so there could be more. Wow, they played around the Counterspell. That's brutal. I mean, it severely limits how much damage they get to do to my board. I mean, I'm just gonna go attack with all. And then hope that that's enough in some form or fashion. They do need to kill 2 constructs. I'm not exactly sure how the rest of this math works out. So they kill 2 constructs. This is a 4/4. This is a 5/5. Free spin first. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fair. All right. So they shoot 2 constructs. Emry pre-combat. Why? I don't want them to ballista my Emry. I mean, I guess if they ballista my Emry, they'd probably lose. So, but I can't imagine why. Yeah. I think we have to shove. I'm just trying to figure out if I have to attack with Urza or not. Pretty sure I do. So they can make my constructs 4/4 and the one with Shadowspear will be 5/5. But they're going to shoot the one with the Shadowspear. If they play correctly, they don't block with Ballista. Sure, I see that. Yeah, I see what you mean. And then we're toast. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we were trying to find an artifact. But that couldn't cost 0 or 1. Alright, this is good for us. This is the reason I didn't want to attack with Urza, but... Saga might get us here. Yep, Sagas might get us there. Yep, so they're going to take 4. Okay, yeah. Gonna take 4 and leave me with 2 4/4s. This was infinitely better than what they could have gotten away with. But it's good that I attacked with the Urza. I don't think they would have. They wouldn't have walked into the bad line if we hadn't attacked with Urza. We flipped over a Thought Monitor, which is gigantic if we untap. So they've got 1 draw. And it was Temple. All right. We should get this now. I think they should have crushed us on that combat. But it definitely wasn't like an easy... It wasn't an easy line for them to put together. Although I think... what a draw. I think a way they could have simplified it for themselves was... so I think they just shoot the one with the Shadowspear, and then they use TKS to block one of the other ones, right? I think that was the line. And then they can leave the Ballista back and go to, like, 2-1. Because then they get hit for 6 and they were at 7. Maybe that's not good enough. I think Mord probably has it in his head better than I do. Is there an artifact land in the graveyard? Well, I'm curious as why you want to know. Right, but then they untap with the Ballista. Okay, yeah, okay. So I don't know if there was a better block than what they did then. Okay, they go to 2. And I get a fresh card. Fresh, tasty cardboard. Alright, opponent's got 1 draw. Karn would be good. Yep. Alright, got him. So, Prismatic Ending seems good against the Chalices. Filigree Familiar seems okay. I don't want to keep all the counterspells just because sometimes you just get caverned, but Prismatic Ending solves a lot of the scary things that can come off a Karn, but it doesn't solve a lot of Eldrazi things. But I think generally you're not supposed to play counterspells against Neutron. And then we could play the Pithing Needle. I don't think Blackstaff is particularly good in this matchup. Yeah, I was looking for a way to get Wormcoil in here. I like the Crucible because we've got a Ghost Quarter too. And an Expedition map. What cursed deck is this? This is mono blue BrrrrrRZa, Halsey. I think they weren't supposed to play around Counterspell that last turn. Yeah, I think so. That was what I was shocked by Solsaros, is that they played around Counterspell on that last turn. But some people really hate losing to Counterspell. -1 Monitor. I really like Monitor in this matchup, but maybe that's okay. I would rather play less Wormcoils personally, but... Or, like, go down a Welding Jar. This is Etron. Yeah, we were definitely screwed against 4/4 Ballista. I think I want to go down to Mox Amber, actually. No, I like the Spellskites, because they actually have removal for Urza. I guess so, Elvin. I don't know. I didn't build this deck, and I don't... but Canada Man is here, and I don't even know that this deck is intending to be good so much as it's intending to be sweet, which I really like. Can I play this hand? I can. But I shouldn't. Sort of better. 2 very land-filled hands. Yeah, Etron definitely feels like it's a coin toss. They don't have an Eldrazi temple, so I don't need to bauble here, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I just want to draw. Cavern. It's a good thing we boarded out all the counterspells. Oh no, it's going to be a Natty-tron hand, isn't it? Just hit me with that. Jeez. Emrakul loves being in my hand in any of these decks. Just an unreasonable amount. Warping Whale again? Oh, Dismember. Sure, yeah. Emrakul's just flirting, yeah. There's the Natty-tron. Into Karn. I don't know, Elvin. It's certainly something you can do. This is going to be liquid metal coating. If this is coating, I'm scooping. Should be coating. Yep. Ah, maybe we draw. I don't know what we can draw, but Prismatic Ending doesn't do it because I don't have white mana. Yeah, exactly. Like, nope. I mean, we can activate the Saga on their turn. What was the dream, Kaya? Did you 5-0 with Mono Red Eldrazi? Okay, opponent, I'll just scoop if you're going to take this long. Blocked a Cauldron with a Reshaper, flipping a Reshaper. Opponent played Liliana the Veil, edicted you, flipping another Reshaper. That's wild. I've got a 1/1 opponent. Be afraid. Oh my god. Please play Ulamog. Or like a giant ballista. Warping Whale, sure. More decks need to play Sonic Blast. Yeah, people bring that card up a lot. Oh my god, Mord. That's awesome. Alright, let's try it again. Yeah, Counterspell would have been good that game, but like, but would it? Like, we don't know the whole hand, and it means we're not getting value off of our Saga. Like, I just, maybe Counterspell would have been good that game. But if we were leaving up more like mana on 2 for their turn 3, then maybe they just play the Cavern and play the Shaper because they see that we have counter open. Play Bauble, but don't use it because you're trying to get to Thought Monitor. I don't think that's coming fast enough for me. That, I mean... Alright, fine. I mean, I've played this way in affinity decks before, and, like, the Urza mid-range decks that I built. But, Waste is a pretty bad opening land for them. Sand seems loose. I mean, our whole deck is simultaneously very good and very bad against E-Tron, I feel like. Good draw. Our deck is loose, but that's okay. Yeah, I think so. I mean, like... I boarded out the counter spells, but there's just so many hands they have where they can do this and go get Cavern, and then we're just never allowed to interact with their spells. And then before we can get an Urza into play, it's not easy for us to have enough mana to actually counter something, or counting the, like, when they hit double spell turns. So, like, if I was against Kaya, I would want to cut my counter spells because they're just going to be played around excellently and make things very... I know it's worthwhile to have counter magic for Karn, but, like, I don't know. It's just so... I don't know. This deck should probably have Force Negation. It certainly could. And then Needle Saga here. Or maybe Spellskite. Nope, Saga. That is an insane draw. Why do you do this to me? All 3 games. I mean, I'll try to do it, but, like, not gonna be easy. My opponent said aggressive :P. Which I said I thought so. Play the land, then map. Interesting choice. Well, they're putting Tron together. All the baubles. Do I needle their map? I think so. I think needling map is better because if they play a Karn this turn, we're going to be able to aggro it down very easily. Spellbomb to save Urza. Well, I already have Spellskite to save Urza. If they have double removal that could kill an Urza, sure. I feel like needling map is good enough, but I could be wrong. Because I don't want them to put together Tron or to grab Cavern if they want that, or to, like, From All Is Dust? Sure, but they don't have the mana for that anytime particularly soon. Unless they just naturally draw the Tron land. I'm gonna needle the map, and we'll if I get got, then well, I have Spellskite to protect Urza from targeted removal. So yeah, I think needling their map stops them from building up board power. I'm going to refer to it as board power for no good reason right now. Spinning. Of course. Okay. No, we're slightly further away from casting Emrakul. That's an excellent draw. I would rather attack than spin again. No block? I have no idea what that means, but I'm terrified. What? Okay. Something horrible is about to happen to me. I kind of want this to play 4 Kozilek's main. Yeah, I guess call or equip, but like, I just kill him on the crackback. No, it's a Relic of Progenitus. They just want to draw a card. Oh, well, they found the Natty Tron. So that's pretty bad. Smashy Lad? That's fine. No, this is all fine. Think they're not planning for our Shadowspear? I agree with you. Or that insane draw. I was expecting the Collar, but Collar doesn't really save them. Collar plus Ballista. Now they're cooking with propane, but come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. One short. I mean, it's fine, right? Oh, I played a land from my hand again. I'm being really sloppy with that. Yep. I don't know what they can have to live here, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's like we have a Spellskite. Yeah, nothing. The answer is nothing. So, like, I don't know. I feel like the way that game 3 went was indicative of what I was saying is like, I think too many people were thinking about how that game looks really crappy from our side, but from their side, that matchup also looks crappy. Like, in game 1, they had Chalice on 0 and 1, which in theory is very good against us, but we're just a much better Urza Saga deck. Plus, if they don't have removal for an Urza, that is one of those games where Urza is just going to crush other mid-range decks. And like All Is Dust is okay against us. Spellskite MVP. Yeah, I've really liked Spellskite in both Susurru's Prison and this deck. I'm just addicted to playing with Urza. I love Urza. Yeah. It's slow, but I feel like this could get there. We're against the Luris deck. We'll probably be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're going to be fine. Although we might want a change of scenery. Ah, much better. The man is back. Yeah, well, or a playable creature, because Canada Man, as far as what I have heard from other people in the chat who can confirm or deny this for me, it's going to be a period set, i.e., it's going to be set during the Brothers' War, at which point neither Mishra or Urza were planeswalkers, I believe. They hadn't reached planeswalker status yet. They weren't that powerful. I think. I'm not sure. Because the war was fought through the portal. As is my understanding. So this is hammer time? I think we just set up a Spellskite on 2. We might get Planar Portal again. We might get a card that references the portal. But the portals don't work anymore. So, although it's a period set, so maybe they will. But also the set before the Brothers' War is Dominaria United, which could have anything. But I would just want a playable Mishra creature. I just want a Mishra card that works. Urza was an old walker, though. He was. I just think he was one after the Brothers' War. Yeah, I would like... Oh, you mean the Urza card? What? Yeah, it's weird and it's not good. That's what I'm saying. Is Blackstaff ability relevant? No, it's not there because of Mox Amber. Because it doesn't work for Mox Amber. I'm not 100% sure why Blackstaff of Waterdeep is in this deck, but I'm not upset about it. It seems mostly it's for sweep factor. Urza's Spark ignited when the Silex went off on Argoth. So that was the end of the Brothers' War, right? If you animate a Mox Amber, then it taps for blue. If you animate the Blackstaff of Waterdeep, then your Mox Amber will be able to tap for blue. Yes. Yes. If the Blackstaff becomes a creature... No. The Mox is colorless. Yes, it's legendary, but it doesn't have a color. Oh, unless it becomes blue. I haven't read Blackstaff carefully. If Blackstaff makes it blue, yes, it will tap for blue. Yeah, that's probably correct. The Mox is legendary, but it needs to have a color. Huh, this is really awkward. If I play Emry, I can't play Counterspell unless I Ghost Quarter myself. Yeah, okay, so no. You remember Okoing Mox Opals and then tapping Ambers for green? Right, but that makes it green elk. A legendary green elk. I mean, Emry is going to be really good on this board. In theory, we're not dead next turn, and we can chump block with Spellskite if they have a hammer, and then Emry could buy it back. So, yeah, that's what I figured. Is Blackstaff is just there for like insulation, essentially. Is it worth countering this, or do I counter the hammer? I think we only counter the hammer. If they decide to use it. Because they might not, because we have black mana open. I don't think I do, Mort. If they're a patient hammer player, they're probably not going to hammer this turn. If they're smart, they'll put it into play with that. That's gonna take more time. I'm okay with that. Spoiler start, I think it's less than 2 weeks. No, they're just casting it. The Blackstaff is blue. It costs blue. It is blue. Yeah, they didn't do it during combat or anything there. I guess they just wanted to see whether or not it was going to resolve. I don't have any good explanation for why they did what they did. But now we're really far behind on ever getting to this Urza, which sucks. Second Counterspell's okay, though. We're only on 3 artifacts for the Thought Monitor. No, it doesn't, because Mox Amber specifies only creatures and planeswalkers. Gyap, Jas, Marcy. So... yeah, not hitting a Bauble was a little bit tough. Also, missing land drops, having to Ghost Quarter myself. I mean, it's been a series of unfortunate events so far. But, I mean, we're still alive. I don't feel like we're in, like, the worst spot ever. Like, that's a really good draw, because it means I get to play the Shadowspear and still have counter up. And, like, we're not in a good spot, but we're not overwhelmed yet. We have time when we're building resources. If we hit a land next turn, it's going to get really, really well in our favor. We'll have a real game on our hands. Double Giver is obviously a pain. And, like, not a small one. But if they cast Lurrus this turn, that means they're not getting a construct. So this is pretty big game for us. They have not had a good hand. To be fair, I think they mismanaged that first hammer. They got weirdly greedy with it. I think they should have been more patient, as I said. Emrakul's the next draw, calling it. Okay. Land? Any landers? That's almost a land. I don't know, flipping Storm the Vault is pretty difficult, Phoenix. So they get one free hammer here. We could just die. No, there's no fair. I don't think there's a fair. There's a Ghost Quarter we've already used. And there's Sagas. Okay, the Construct's a good sign. Probably means we're not dead. I just want Tolarian Academy legal and modern. The artifact lands are still banned. It would be totally safe, guys. I, as a totally unbiased player with no opinions of my own. So we have Welding Jar every turn here, which is pretty hot. Also, if they don't realize I'm just blocking with Thought Monitor. Yeah, this is just loose. They should have given it Pro Blue at the very least. You have opinions? Oh, that's how the boomers do, or the zoomers do it. They just don't have opinions on anything. That way they can never feel bad or wrong. I'm not suggesting that you're a zoomer, Cat. I'm just saying the people who say cringe usually are zoomers. Nobody knows I'm a dog is Raiden. Has anyone figured out that you are in fact a dog? Would you like to comment? Urza is about to go burr. Very much so. Thought Monitor go burr. That's a great picture. Oh, yeah. Back up Urza, you say. Get Urza to back that up. So we're going to go get a Saga. Yeah, Emrakul is essentially just there to flip off of Urza. We have Academy Ruins, but yeah, I don't need that right now. Is there anything this Shadowspear is worth equipping to? My Construct, I guess? Flip Coward. Never. It was going to take me more resources. Oh, no problem. Gap Jas Marcy. Now we flip Emmy and win. I mean, probably not literally now, but... Well should be tapped over the jar? Why? I'm more likely to sack Welding Jar this turn than I am to sack the well, but, like, is there... Like, neither of those tap to sack, so I don't... Yeah. The only thing I tapped that you could argue that I shouldn't have was the Springleaf Drum, I think. Okay, so we have EEs, and we have Pithing Needle, and we have Ending. And in theory, I could play Echoing Truth. This will bounce your opponent's construct and your own constructs if you have any. So just something to keep an eye on. Counterspells were good in that game, but I don't think they're supposed to be as good as they were, and I think boarding and Prismatic Ending kind of covers the interaction angle in most places. Yeah, we could definitely trim on Spellskite. Is Wormcoil too slow? I think so. Like, you saw the mana problems we were having in that game. Engine better than Emmy? I mean, is that really what we want to? Is that really how we want to look at the world? Fine. Isn't Filigree Familiar better than Wormcoil in this matchup? Like, wouldn't it be? It's fine. I have no idea, Phoenix. One assumes control matchups. So, barbecue... No, so, Canada Man. Any consideration for this being a Tron deck? I guess then you have to play maps. You've thought of it? Yeah. But then between 12 Tron lands and 4 Sagas, you're light on blue sources, so you have to probably play some talismans or something like that, which, you know, it's not a thing you can't do, but there is local. I kind of want to keep this hand. Because we have turn 1 Needle, Bauble into turn 2 Emry with Saga. It's like a little sketch, but we'll see what we get to Needle. Oh no, we just turned 1 Emry. Never mind. Everything's the best. I also think Emrakul in this deck is probably a meme, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a good meme. Seal of Cleansing, that's cute. We're gonna Needle Hammer. We're gonna Needle Hammer right here. If anyone has any strong opinions on what to Needle here. We flipped EE, so that's pretty big. Colossal Ham. That's what I typed. Oh no. Alright, you want Turnza? Bopped. Deck is perfect. Deck is perfect. Deck is perfect and unbeatable. Oh, the traditional turns deck. Sure, sure. So I'll play that on Tuesday. There's one thing that can beat it, mono crashing. That's why we reboot after every match. Saves my brain. Saves my brain, saves my patience. It doesn't take too long. Honestly, the opponent there probably just scooped so fast so that we could have extra time to do the restart. Very considerate. I'll be back in 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, chat covered the question there. So Sigarda's aid does ignore Pithing Needle needing to equip hammer, but one, that means each hammer only gets to equip once. And they didn't show us a Sigarda's aid yet, whereas they had put a Pure Seal Paladin into play, which usually, you know, the equipment's coming. And no, Pithing Needle's not a great answer for that, because they get to draw a card off of each one. But, you know. Yes, yeah. No, you cannot. It is not a legal target for your opponents for you to equip to opponents' creatures. So Spellskite is not a legal target for redirection there. You can attempt to redirect it, but it will not work. I mean, I guess I'll keep this. It's not very good, but it might be okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised offbeat. I got bamboozled by Twitch chat recently when I was playing Spellskite into believing that Spellskite couldn't redirect both halves of KCOM, but it can. Same with Prismari Command. Spellskite is just about the most miscommonly played card in all of Magic, I would say. Certainly in Modern, maybe. Anytime there's a Spellskite in play, you can bet that at least one of the players is going to mismanage what it can and can't do. But if you are a clever player, you can word your question in such a way of, judge, what is the resulting resolution of the stack if I target this with Spellskite? Jen and I, the judge's answer is yes. Well, can I redirect to Spellskite might have to be a... Can I redirect to Spellskite is sort of in the gray area where they might have to ask you to clarify. That's true. That's true. That is the middle ground. Can I target this with Spellskite is the usual phrase. Yeah. You're right. You may be right there. The answer is always layers. So how long have you been subbed to Aspiring Spike there, Turtle Power? What the hell is my opponent on? BTL shift? Yeah, anything that doesn't say target is not a legal target for Spellskite. Okay, so this is easy. So they're on Domain with Blast Zone. Oh, they're on the Bang deck. Well, we drew a second counterspell, so that's pretty good. Yeah. So we're going to grab Shadowspear next turn and start grabbing life. Yeah, sorry, I said a stupid thing because I couldn't remember Calibrated Blast. I made that joke when I first built the Calibrated Blast deck. I think if they play a Calibrated Blast, the first one, we're going to let it resolve on us. Although I suppose they could redirect the trigger to Urza, but that's probably fine. You got lucky, Mord. I mean, there's nothing else to it. You did what you're supposed to do in every game of Magic. You got lucky. I don't know. We could look it up. It's pretty easy to look up. Oh, they're going to blast on me? That's fine. Remember when tapping artifacts turned it off? Well, I never played during that era, so... They have a Calibrated Blast, huh? And they don't know what they want to do here. Okay, so... There's a reasonable chance that this doesn't kill my construct. Also, they're wasting a Calibrated Blast on... Well, I mean, they get to choose what to do with this damage once it resolves. I think I'm letting this one go. It cannot kill me. It might miss killing the construct. And I can play an island if they decide to kill my Urza. So I think we're okay. Calibrated Blast entered the reveal card zone. Is that what that... Yeah, they just hit 3. They're going to hit me for 3? Fine. No problem. Nice deck. Very, very nice deck, opponent. It might have been correct to play Ghost Quarter and knock out their Blast Zone, actually. Why doesn't that ever happen when you play against it? You haven't been streaming long enough? Well, consistently enough. Yeah, we can just play through that. Kaya, how often do you call your shots when you're playing? I think I've seen you do it once recently, so Do I have lethal here? I just want to see if I have lethal here. So, yeah, 6-5-1. No, not quite. So we just attack as is and we kill him next turn? If they spend 3 mana, use it. Yeah. You're right. At this point, it's too late for them to worry about it. Yeah, we're just going to attack with this as is. I don't think there's any possible way out of this for them. Never too late. Never too late for now. Sure. That's cute, opponent. No, bounce plus Alpha Strike was a bit short. Because we lose 2 damage. This one's fine. It can't possibly kill me. Sign of Draco, 12 me. Sure. Bonus deck is a whole lot of something. There's a whole lot of nothing going on. Whole lot of nothing going on. I don't know if that's a real song. I feel like it is. Yeah, this song and the Sailor Moon song had a totally ripping, like just ripping guitars, man. We're playing Mindslaver here. 10 out of 10 playing Mindslaver here. Graveyard Hate's good. It's okay. I'll probably bring in Soul Guide Lantern. Shaman Kang? I think there already is a Shaman King heavy metal cover. Spellskite can redirect the blast. Well, that's probably about all. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stops them from looping Throes of Chaos. Yeah, that's true. Jar can go. No. I want at least one Welding Jar for Spellskite if they have a blast that I can redirect, and then I can regenerate, and then I can redirect, and then I can regenerate. I'll keep one because we can get the one off of a Saga. Offbeat. We'll do one. We'll do one more take. I mean. Yes? Remember when Regener was a mechanic? Not only do I remember when it was mechanic, I can describe every part of regeneration. There's 3 things that happen when you regenerate something. This many. Opponent moles 2-4. Easy 3-0. No. Test me up, Jig. Kaya knows. Look at the card Debt of Loyalty and explain it how it works without Oracle text. Is this the one with the auras? There's something to do with auras. I feel like this one has something to do with auras. What did they do? Play to tap Blood Crypt, that's it? Okay. Okay, so Debt of Loyalty says, regenerate target creature, gain control of that creature. I mean, what it looks like it says is that I'm going to play Spellskite. Spellskite means if they hit anything big, only resolves if it regenerates. No, that's not how regeneration works. But it may have been because that was in Weatherlight, and I think Weatherlight was pre-6th edition. So it's possible that at the time... Okay, so let's see how much this is for. Sign of Draco's 12? Yeah, I'm sure the Oracle's text says only if it regenerates. But at the time, regeneration didn't work that way. Yeah, it's fine because Jake, I had the background knowledge of, I know that regeneration actually worked differently at the time. You couldn't just regenerate something. Something had to be basically like in the process of or just recently dying. It didn't work like it works now. It was very different. Which is why the current text is you put a regeneration shield on something and then if it regenerates. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I just take this on the nose. Because once we get Welding Jar, once we have Counter Magic up, like, they just don't have any way out. Debt of Loyalty does not work with... No, it does now. It wouldn't have before. Or at least I don't think so. But the way things worked before was really screwy. All right, I'm taking this. Let's see what happens. Well, and that was kind of how it used to work, Jen and I. So our goal this turn is to make a construct. If I have to take 2 damage to block another Calibrated Blast, I will. Scion. So I make a construct. The next turn I untap, make a second construct. Play a Shadowspear. Then I'm going to take 4. Then I'm going to be able to Spellskite the next blast and go to 2. And then I'm attacking with a construct gaining life. So I think that's okay. Counter is the safest line. I agree with you. I'm trying to math out not countering. It's fine. We'll be fine. Because what we do is we get Soul Guide Lantern with this. It cuts off the Calibrated Blast in their graveyard. Or Springleaf Drum. I like the Soul Guide. Yeah, let's just pass here. I mean, they didn't bring back phasing. They brought back phases out, which is very different. Phasing on a permanent is not an interesting mechanic, but phasing something out is kind of interesting. All right, so they have Boseiju. So my Flusterstorm is about to be of limited use, but that's okay. Probably. So we go to 13, and I still have Spellskite. So feels magic. Is it? Yeah, it's really good, Badagoosh. Oh yeah, because then if I have to redirect to Spellskite, we just replay it with Emry. So this is kind of game over. Yeah, this is on the Pokemon To Be a Master CD. I owned this when I was a teenager. There's a Misty love song on it. It is bad. Horsemanship is super intuitive until you find out that creatures with flying can't block creatures with horsemanship. Yes, Badagoosh, there is a Misty love song toward Ash. I said it. You can try to wish it away. So I can use Emry to play another card out of my graveyard. So I guess let's. Oh, but then I go down to. It's probably worth it. I'm at 19. I really don't think I can lose at this point. Event? Oh, I didn't play in the challenge today. I was quite demotivated after last night. So I never played in the challenge today. And I don't feel bad about it. I think if you go in with a bad attitude, you're going to have a bad day. And it's just, if it's not going to be fun, don't do it. I'm sure I'll play more challenges again at some point relatively soon. But I was not up to it. I knew someone was going to do that. Oh, this is so over. Could I have pushed to kill there? Probably. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, we got to it. This is the Ash and Misty love song. So, deck might be perfect. So, I have an errand I'm meant to do, so I am going to try to play this next match, but I'm just letting people know that I may not finish this league. Is your errand more magic? No. I can probably just do it tomorrow. That's fine. I'll just probably do it tomorrow. It'll be fine. I mean, if we 5-0 with this deck, it's gonna be a time. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Gotta love it. For anyone who doesn't know, like, most of this music video is taking place in a completely empty, not yet set up, like, banquet hall. And then for some reason, in some kind of catacombs. Also, that very 90s style of the big loose shirts on a skinny guy tucked into jeans like Jerry Seinfeld used to wear. It does look a lot of stock footage of people dancing. Just lots of this. I'm pretty sure the release date is in the 80s. I'm just saying that the fashion style looks very Jerry Seinfeld in the early 90s. No, it's got to be 87. This is definitely not the sound of the 70s. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, also, music videos like this were not a thing in the 80s. Oh, okay, you meant 87. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, keep. Oh, Dragon Fodder said I'm on stream. They were letting me know that they are streaming. And I'm letting them know that I am streaming. Music videos weren't a thing until the 80s. What I meant was they weren't a thing in the 70s. Sorry. So if 77 was like the time period someone was saying. So we don't know what they're on yet. So let's go Counterspell underneath the Bauble. Bauble's worth having here. Okay, opponents on Twitch at Professor Dragon Fodder. So if you want to see this match from both sides, you can do that. Please do not let me know anything that is in or around their hand. Both cards and physical. I don't want to know what's on their hands. Will Delta if we don't want the Counterspell. Legion's End and Cookbook. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, Canada Man. Yeah. They're on blue-white control. I don't believe you. I don't think I want Counterspell here. I mean, they can Legion's End my Spellskite, but I mean, I don't think I want a second Counterspell, and I'm pretty sure I want to play Emry. I just wanted to get the baubles going, Mr. Fringe. Thanks, Domo. I mean, that happens with everyone. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Yeah, I should have sequenced it out the other way. I don't know why I thought they wouldn't be playing Lightning Bolt in their wacky whack job deck, but that was where my brain went, so. Now we're here. That's okay, we've got Spellskite and Urza. We'll be fine. Probably. What the hell? How is this not a Lurus deck that they're doing here? It must be Oval Chase. Croxa. Well, that sucks. Man, we lose the Counterspell here. There's only really one option. Because of the Hogak. Obviously. 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 All right, opponent. All right, opponent. Outgrind this. Yeah, I'm thinking Zombardment or something along that line is the most common or most likely thing at this point. No, it's just got to be black-red food with Stitcher's Supplier and Legion's End as like meta calls, right? I'm just waiting for the Asmorano Mardic and Ice Cool to car. Almost certain this is 5-color draw. I only have 2 artifacts in play, but is it worth just playing the Thought Monitor rather than any of these other things? Spellskite is probably better to play, and then we get to spin. All right, well, we'll play Thought Monitor next turn. Oh, we already played a land. Yeah, baby! Oh, I'm just short. Oh, well. I don't know if I can let them mill more. And I know I should have attacked with Urza, but I don't know what can happen here. I'm scared. Skelemental. I feel that. I feel that, opponent. I'll take your 6. Crucible in my graveyard. How will I ever get that back? Jeez. That's tough. Yeah, now we know why there's no Luris. It's true. We did find the answer. Second Urza. Love it. Tot Monitor. Oh. It's not cheap enough yet. That's fine. No, hold on. And we're not going to put in the construct yet because of potential Legion's ending. Or Legion's End. I mean, even though I have the Spellskites to redirect it to. Although it would hit both of my Spellskites, so then we'd be in trouble. I'll lose 2 Spellskites. And all further Spellskites in perpetuity. Did you just say Putin? I may have. Smellskite? I don't think that's very nice. My Spellskites are very clean. Well, you could probably go get their deck list. Hey, how's it going there? Oh, shit. There's no way they attack. It'd be suicide. Okay. Opponent's feeling frisky. Onboard tricks, anybody? I believe you died. They did die. Okay. So that seems good. That seems good. These could be good. Do we want Flusterstorm because it's cheaper than Counterspell at trying to deal with things like Familiar feels strong in a grind. Yeah. Sure, I get that. Are you finished with those errands? Are you finished with those errands? Love it. So we'll shave a Welding Jar, we'll shave a Mox Amber. It means I'm less likely to have turn 1 Emry, but we don't really want turn 1 Emry anyway because they have tons of... I didn't build this deck, Mord! I did not build this deck, but I'm going to play it if I am told. Yeah, Ryuzaki, one of my favorite things to play in all of Magic is Urza mid-range decks that aren't playing the combo. I'm kind of interested in the Prismatic Ending. Yeah, it is my fault, Spider. You better shout me out. Put some respect on the name. Not my name, Indomitable Creativity. Mord has some criticism. Oh, this is not it. All right, hold on. Someone requested it, and that is not it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Is it this one? It's this one, right? No? No. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this is the one. All right, we'll keep that one. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so 90s. It's so bad. I can't play. Oh my god. Yeah, I think so. What does this sound like? It doesn't quite sound like I Believe I Can Fly, but it's kind of close to that. I can't, Mord. I can't stop it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Canada Man. Oh, they clearly have instant speed removal open. Yeah, Pokemon R&B, exactly. Yeah, it just sounds like generic 90s R&B. Bing ding. Bing bing. I mean, it's well produced. Like, this is a well produced track. It is very generic, but yeah, you got that 90s boy band vibes. What's the specific one I'm thinking of? End of the Road. Who is that by? Boys to Men. That's right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. How is well produced defined? Like, the sounds are all very clean. They're placed in the track very nicely. Um, oh, sorry. I probably, yeah, the YouTube video I pulled up was at full volume. My bad. Village Rights. Well done, opponent. No, it's not too bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not too bad. Well produced usually means, like, other than the concept of the song, it's pretty good. Like, other than the artistic, yeah, it's clearly made by industry professionals. The craftsmanship is good. Oh, the last chorus has a B part. No, I mean, the sound is really tight. It's like the lyrics and the idea behind the song. So we lose Crucible and Watery Grave here. Or I could double block, but that's loose. No, we lose Crucible and Watery Grave here. Kinda sucks. But I think that's the right way to go. Yeah, Soul Guide Lander is going to be nice here. We needed to hear the outro. All right, back to the good stuff. I didn't Canada, man. I kind of felt like endings were just going to be difficult to deploy in most cases. So that's why I didn't do that. I'm not saying it's definitely the right choice, but just the way my opponent's deck is constructed, it was like, it just didn't seem like a very reasonable line to me to try to pull that off, if that makes sense. So we get Soul Guide, we snipe their Kroxa, we get to play Tot Monitor this turn. He was saying it's definitely not the right choice. Good. Where do I submit my mod application? It's 14 pages long. Yeah, you've been around here for a while. Oh, I should have gotten the extra point of damage. I'm a fool. Apologies. Sorry, Twitch chat. I failed. Maybe I'm talking to their chat. Opponent said sorry, not sorry. Fair. Fair. You know what's going to be the best part? When we win this game anyway. Redirect it. I love that everyone's on the same line. Dude, come on. I don't know what combination of removal I'm looking to dodge there, but yeah, we couldn't activate the Saga there, unfortunately. We were one mana short. I needed to draw a 0, not a 1. Spite Bellows. It's a very spiteful opponent. Okay. Thanks, Barbecue Hoss. Urza holding Shadowspear is such a flavor fail. I mean, is it more or less than an elephant wearing lightning greaves? Like, it's okay. Our top decks are the illest. I think I just want Welding Jar here. Elephant and lightning greaves would be scary as AF, yeah? Oh no! Infinite Spite Bellows! Ah! This sucks. Yep. Oh, but not that much. Oh, this sucks. But not for me. Good thing Spite Bellows is a leaves the battlefield trigger. What? Oh, it's going upstairs. What? Man, they could have... Huh. Now, Gato. There's no need to feel bad for my opponent. Okay, this is greedy, but not that greedy, so... And if it lives for a turn, I mean, it's going to be game over, so... Kozilek's return. Nice. Brutal. Good play. Yep, we're mapping. We got Counterspell to beat the next thing. They haven't hit another Croxa yet, so we're feeling good. I'm not even tapping out at... Oh, they tapped down. Never mind. If they had left the card in their hand, I would not have tapped out at end of turn. Saga did single-handedly win this game. We oppressed them. We oppressed them good. We just attack with this. They're not going to win with one card if I have Counterspell in hand. And I don't need the lifelink right now. I, too, like the Urza flavor of this deck. No, I didn't, Hoodie Who. Oh, equip but not swing, yes. But, yeah, I should have done that. I should have gone equip but not swing. You're right, I should have. I goofed that. I don't know, Chaos there. I just do me. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they make the correct tokens. Urza makes the Karnstructs. This is the same art as Karn, Sign of Urza. What are your thoughts about Urian? I think it's underplayed. I think Urian takes a lot of support to be good in a deck. And so, for that reason, I actually don't think it's underplayed. GG's : D. All right, we're on the 4-0. All right, let's play tight. Where's our trophy race at today? I actually have a tweet. I didn't make it because I don't really understand it myself, and we've been boarding it out a lot. But yeah, I think it's a payoff for Urza. We almost cast it once. Maybe we'll get it in the last one. So for anyone who's curious... If I may brag, I won today's Modern Challenge. Big first time, big win for me. That's huge, Hootie Hoo. That's huge. That's not even a brag at all. That's just, you're just communicating facts, and that's awesome. Thanks for hanging out here. I don't know why you'd hang out here, but we are happy to have you. With Yawgmoth, that's amazing. A lot of people are going to be super hyped up on that. That's like, yeah, that's fantastic. I am on an 8-1 tear. That's funny. I did not come in today to do that, but I've officially earned all the chests that I need to give away for this week's modern, or for this trophy race. Are these the chests? No, those are the points. These are the chests. Yeah, so I have everything I need. So Hoodie Hoo, you will be mentioned on This Week in Modern episode 3. And for anyone who hasn't seen episode 1 or 2, you can get them by following that link to This Week in Modern episode 2. That is almost a week out of date, but there'll be a new episode coming out on Tuesday evening. So, strictly herbal. I mean, not exactly. Oh, spider. Is This Week in Modern based on This Week in Legacy? Actually, I've never heard of This Week in Legacy, so no. And there is already a show called This Week in Magic, which I found out about after the fact. This is really slow. Opponent's on no companion, though? I think I'm supposed to mulligan this. I mean, obviously it could be a lot worse than this, but I guess it's similar to that, yeah. Makeage with that prime sub. Yeah. Yeah, this is better. It's a lot better. There's no way in the world that I'm playing the Saga on one, so we're just going to fetch an island, play the map, play the Bauble, not crack the Bauble. We're on the play, though. We're on the play. But still, why do we play fetches? We have a Crucible of Worlds. We also have sideboard Prismatic Endings. Okay. Oops. That's fine. I wasn't going to use that mana for anything. Whoops. We milled no artifacts, just lands. We also milled both our Hallowed Fountain and our Watery Grave, which is pretty funny. I don't need to pop this now. His hand is miles better until Emry gets removed. It's still better, but it's not much better. Looks like Ren and 6? That's fine. One value engine against another. We don't in the main deck, Spider. Yeah. Dwarven Mine on top. Okay, so this is creativity. This is going to be a tough matchup. Belcher in the meta right now? I mean, I am not an expert at playing the deck. Generally speaking, I don't particularly care for Belcher as a deck, so my opinions are going to be a little bit biased. I think it's probably okay. Like Sodek top 8 at a challenge, but then since then we have seen not so many results as I would have thought we would. So I could draw another card right now, or I can play Spellskite to insulate Emry. I think Spellskite is the best thing in this hand by far. It's better than a Construct right now, because it's going to insulate all of our permanents from the Velomachus deck. If this is Velomachus, it's some kind of creativity deck. Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh yeah, you mentioned that, Canada Man. They put an Emrakul in on their side and an Emrakul in on your side. What's the strongest deck out there that's absolutely miserable to play against? Probably the blue-white control deck. Or Glimpse of Tomorrow combo. Glimpse of Tomorrow combo is really obnoxious to play against, in my opinion. Grab Spellbomb? Yeah, we will. Thanks, Strictly Herbal. If I construct this turn, I just don't have blue mana, which is really sketchy. So I don't think I can. We don't need the Spellbomb yet, but I think I will get it. But we don't need it yet. But the more insulation, the better, I guess. Yeah, we can monitor this turn very easily. Very easily. Welding Jar on their Clue Treasure counters creativity. It does. We also have Spellskite to redirect it. At least one of the. So. I'm going to do this way. Just in case. Well, it's a little unfortunate. This is the same Prismatic Ending. That's fine. Why not Witching Well, then draw? I was trying to... I want to keep blue open here. So they drew the ending. Oh, I should... Okay, cool. So I get to catch the next card too. And it planes. Okay, that's fine. It's all fine. Nothing problematic right now. We're safe. So creativity, when you pay X into it, Spider, it says X target blah, blah, blah in a single line. Which means you can't redirect multiple of those to Spellskite because... when you target that spell, you can't put multiple... Like, you can't X is 4 and target one dwarf 4 times. And that's basically what Spellskite can't stop, is something like that. So we're just going to let this resolve. Because we have Aether Spellbomb and then Counterspell next turn. I don't think Bounce Skite is worth it. It's too much mana investment. Wait, why bother? Why bother bouncing the Skite if I just have to replay it? We have the Spellbomb. I mean, I guess then I get to keep both and just replay them out next turn. Okay, yeah. I fucks with that. Unless they kill my Emry. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with this. This is fine by me. It goes on YouTube, Hoodie Who. So if you follow me, it'll go on Tuesday evenings. My YouTube channel's here, and the previous video is here. We'll crack this now. I don't imagine... I mean, they could bolt my Emry now and it would suck, but I'd still have the Spellbomb, so I'm not going to worry about it unduly. Thanks for the subscription, friend. So, if they're on turns, we should be attacking their Ren 6. You can cast this here. Just take the Scry 2. Put an Urza on top in case they play creativity. I'm just going to disrespect the Ren 6 here. If they play Time Warp this turn, we can counter it. And then we'll start poking the Ren 6 next turn. So we should be okay. Is Ren out of a non-turns version not an issue? Oh, it's definitely still an issue. It's definitely still something you need to be careful about. So we sack this to draw. Yep. It's actually kind of loose from them. But we'll see. Maybe they're just not expecting Counterspell. Or they have a backup creativity, so they just don't care. I want Springleaf here, I think. No, it doesn't matter because we're about to play Urza. So Welding Jar is good. Yeah, I got it. I figured it out. Oh, hold on. We still have a land drop. Okay, so it's now 1. Anyone else been... I mean, we were about to crush them. And we're up a Game Freak. We want all these things. And this thing. I don't really want... Well, it certainly has felt very good. I don't personally like EE in these matchups. But I yeah, Quad Skite making Emry playable. Sorry, that's what the Quad Spellskite does for this deck. And it's also it's an artifact. Like the Susurrus Prison deck is also playing Spellskite and is successful because of it, because there is so much targeted removal around. You need a plan for it. And Welding Jar plus Spellskite blowing out an entire KCOM is gross. You know? Yeah, I know. Emrakul is definitely cutesy. I wanted a chance to do it, but the chance for the 5-0 is too important. I've seen this before. And it's not a song. Down in Urza? Alright, fine. I just couldn't figure out what to take down there. It was it's a tough matchup to sideboard for. That's a keep, though. It's a damn good keep. Opponent mull to 6. Pretty sure I'm blind needling red and 6 here. The red and 6 is not, or the Emrakul is not at all necessary for this deck. Oh. I mean, we're trying 5-0 here, so apologies, opponent. Yeah, I mean, they scooped the last game, right? I mean, if they're going to give me the 5-0, I will take it. Like, I mean, they got to learn someday, I guess. That was the old school Magic way of doing things. They did not crack it. We have Flusterstorm in the deck, so cracking this now is valuable. 1 mana Sinkhole. It could be doing more than Sinkhole, like, we don't know. They did have a Blood Crypt on top there, but alright, this game is looking pretty over. Teferi here? Be mildly annoying? Nope, ran 6. Or Prismatic Ending. Or they punted. That's rough. Okay. That's rough, buddy. Oh my god, the lack of blue mana. It's okay. Oh! 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 Oh, man! We're getting beat up. This was going good for a while. But again, as I've said about those decks, like, they're very difficult to play against. Reverse sequencing? Oh, I could have activated the Saga for the... I wasn't trying to reverse sequence. I was going to play the Witching Well afterwards off the blue mana. That's why I did it the way I did it. But obviously that play is infinitely better. I didn't do that because I was trying to be clever about my sequencing. I did it because I was trying to play the blue card in my hand. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely max punished. That's on me. I think they don't want to risk Teferi dying here, which I could see why. Yeah, exactly. Urza Saga is an enchantment. You can bounce it with Teferi. But they can bounce the construct now, so it's really not... Like, they stone rained me this way. Yes, that would have been the line. I'm just tired, and I didn't see it. I haven't played enough reps with these kind of piles right now. Also, there's, like, infinite things going on. I'm just making excuses. Don't worry about it. I was bad, played bad player. That's what happened. Yeah. 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 That's the one, freak. Yep. No, I'm not worried about it. It's just like, I don't know. I'm trying. I really am trying, but it doesn't look like it. We're definitely in danger. Yeah. We've got game 3 to go to. If they are on Wafo's deck, that was their one of Prismari command they had in the early game. And, like, we were so close to ripping up with these thought monitors. And it just didn't quite happen. And this card is incredibly powerful, but very dangerous to play. Because a lot of the time you don't quite get there, and then you draw more than one of them, and you're just in really big trouble. And the same with Urza. That's why I'm going to crack this now, is because there's a reasonable chance by now that I'm going to top deck an Urza. I know we boarded one out, but... Okay. It is better than Thoughtcast, but Thoughtcast is much more reachable in terms of mana cost. I could have grabbed the Watery Grave there and got rid of their Teferi for 3 mana. Although... think we go Witching Well plus Spellskite here. Those are almost good cards. Yeah. I want the Counterspell, even though I don't really have a plan for getting it online. Next turn, we can cast a Thought Monitor for 3, assuming I don't have to sack the Aether Spellbomb. And then, if we hit the land, we'll be in okay shape. Although Nahiri is going to be able to hit Emrakul very quickly, so... Yep. There is a Calibrated Blast deck that's mildly popular right now. Discards a Bolt, sure. So this turn they can go to Fairy Bouncer, Spellbomb, and then Nahiri. So not fetching the Watery Grave earlier is going to get me punished. Oh, we can redirect Spellskite. Okay, that's fine. We're okay. We're okay. Found the line. Okay. I bet you could, freak. I bet you could. Oh no. They're on multiple Prismari commands. Fuck. Okay, we're screwed here. So they're not on Wafo's list. They're on someone else's Time Warp Velomachus list. They plussed? Wild. Oh, that means they have Prismatic Ending. Yeah, okay. I want to see that it is in fact Emrakul. Yeah, Prismari Command is... Well, it's not that it's that good of a Magic card, but it's very good against artifact decks, and then it's very good in combo decks. So this is the perfect game state for it. Prismari Command on its own is actually not that good of a Magic card. It does need the right deck to be in and the right environment. But obviously Modern is that right now. So I made a few misplays there that got us to that spot, unfortunately. This might be better. Wasn't Spellbomb from... Yeah, of course it was. I just didn't... Wait, when? Do you mean with the Prismari command? I don't think so. But I could be convinced otherwise. Did I miss? No. So, wait. Okay, when Shadowless? Oh, because then I could redirect to the Spellskite? Is that what you're saying? It costs me 2 life, but then they have to spend 2 mana on the Prismatic Ending on the Spellskite. So it's kind of like column A, column B. It's like, it's fine. Both directions are fine. They're not... Neither of them is particularly better or worse. Alright. Cut a drum for better... No, I think drum is often too important when you're stone raining yourself with a Saga. But maybe I'm wrong. Our artifact count is like not super, super high. So I've gotten really punished on, yeah, we need it for ending. I mean, we don't need it for ending, but it certainly helps. I kind of like Blackstaff because it's like a haste creature we could use to smack their planeswalkers sometimes. That's assuming they don't have a hard evidence. Just slam Wormcoil. I mean, it's not that easy. I know you know that. Alright. Looks pretty good. It's for both Spider. It's not tremendously good at all. I don't think it's very good at all, and I don't particularly like it, but I think it's important. So I'm playing it. I have no idea if it's correct or not to do so. But I'm doing it, so I hope so. Like, obviously we had the one stuck in my hand last game, plus I misplayed with it. But I still think it could be very useful. Definitely want that. Definitely want that right there. Okay. I think if I could have stacked the deck, I couldn't have stacked it better than that. I should have done it that way. No, hold on. Again, we have Flusterstorms in our deck. So I'm not worried about Wrenn and 6. Basically just worried about Bolt here. Ooh. Good draw. Staff's looking good here. I'm supposed to kill this now, right? Because if they Teferi, they have to bounce the staff, and that doesn't, yeah. So we boot up the Witching Well. Hey, opponent, you ever been beaten to death by a witching whale? Well, well, well. Let's go. Let's go! Crab gang. Claws out, baby. Aww. That sucks, but it's fine. Blackstaff of Waterdeep getting Prismatic Ending. What format is this? Just Modern. Just your everyday game of Modern. Yeah, hashtag just modern things. That is a parody, by the way. Just if nobody is, if people are unclear on that, I believe it was hashtag just girl things, and then that just became a wonderful thing to parody. Because it was like really cutesy crap that a lot of women that I know, respect, and love, were like, this is fucking stupid. But like, again, if you want to be a girly girl, that's fine. It's just like one of those, just what we're dealing with right now. Yeah. Live, love, laugh. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly the same kind of stuff. All right. If we're gonna close this out, there's only one soundtrack to do it to. Hold on a second. I have some thoughts upon it. No, the Spellskite gets the treasure, Chaos Theory. The Spellskite gets the treasure. Oh, they haven't shuffled yet. My bad. They have a dispute on top. And they did not shuffle it away. Good to know. I can't pay for a dispute right now. But they can't creativity for more than one with the dispute. So dispute will turn my Spellskite into something delicious. Awesome job, Onion Lotus. All right, I'm just going to counter this. Yoink! I got a Pithing Needle. To fairy. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, we're gonna sack the well. Who's that Pokemon? It's Spellskite. Spellskite. Bait goes up, bait goes down, bait goes up, bait goes down. Oh, I probably should have played Minamo this turn. Nah, it's okay. I can play... Okay, so they have Ending in their hand. Ooh. Maybe I tapped down too far. It's okay. We don't have enough time to worry about it. If I get punished for some amount of the sequencing here. So you can't do that, Tony Idaho. Which is why I was expecting them to go X2 there, which would have forced me to counter. Otherwise, we both get something off the creativity, which is not good enough for me. Now they're going to end the Spellskite. I can counter that. They'll dispute it. Yeah. They haven't played a spell yet this turn. I really can't fight over this legitimately. So it sucks, but I'm letting it go. We'll be fine. Probably. Yeah, 10 rounds of land sounds like a Mind Melter. Oh, yeah, this is... Damn, Kaya. Where were you when it was happening? Okay. Oh. But I have a backup. They have the dispute. They're gonna dispute this. That's fine, and then I'll play the next Emry, and they'll get got. Perfect. All right, they're on empty, and I'm on tons of resources. This is totally fine. I did not bring an EE. We can't tutor it anyway. There's only 2. I'm not... Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, this is just chapter 2. Oh, perfect. Okay. This is, I think it's called Beer in the Coconut. Yep. Dank Muse's song names are always very straightforward. We just got to fade 1 turn here, and Teferi's off. Should I spin? Probably doesn't matter. Second Construct is going to end this game way faster. They have a Clue Crack. Wait to spin is pretty denying the card draw. How do I deny the card draw? You want to ending it? Yeah, okay, I get that. Yeah, this is sorcery speed. It's just not worth it right now. Can't you just Prismatic the Emmy? Not quite. Yeah, spinning... I mean, that's a very desperation thing, Chaos Theory. It is something you can do, yes. Yeah, we have some non-blue sideboard cards. That is the way that this has been put together. I think we're pressuring lethal right here. I left the Shadowspear in for a reason. Oh, I didn't leave the Shadowspear in. But Aether Spellbomb shuts down their creativities. So we should be okay. Oh, there's a Shadowspear. I milled it. Witching Well is probably better. We're threatening lethal anyway. Witching Well is better, because we could draw into counter magic with this, much more likely. We have Minamo. Oh, yes. ¿Por qué no los dos? Dankeschön. Go down an artifact. Go up an artifact. I know X/Master. I'm trying. We're late in the round, so it's getting a little laggy. Come on, come on, come on. Give me the lock. Should use the Mox, it's fine. Would Shackles be decent in this deck? Probably not. That's not a modern playable card. There it is. Okay, it's over. We cannot misplay out of this anymore. So I'm going to play the Shadowspear. It takes too much mana. It's just not worth it. It's fine. We're just going to attack. And they're on a 2-turn clock with Counterspell. And Spellskite. There's no way out. We got it. $5-0 with some sweet homebrew jank from Canada, man. Thanks, friend. Yeah, that deck never plays Verdict, though. Can I adjust? Can I adjust it? Oh, it'll get published. So I'll take one screenshot here, and then I'll take some nice clean screenshots in a minute. Twitter client, let's go! Let's go! Alright. So, let's go. So, yeah. Mono blue BrrrrrZa. With the five, there are 5-0 talks in the weekly news thing, so. Did I get the dono? Yes, I did, Chaos Theory. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, this was really, really sweet. So, one, I would not expect anyone else to be as successful as we just were there. Although, Canada Man gave me, like, by word of mouth, but his, the story, what do you call that? His anecdote. His anecdote is the 3-1'd or 4-0'd on a paper weekly with this deck. Said it was fun, and I looked at it and said it was going to be fun. And it was. Now, that said, Emrakul, probably nonsense, right? I mean, let's be real. It's almost definitely just nonsense. Fun, crazy, super over-the-top, happy-go fun time, but really loose. Crucible was okay like a tiny number of times. It's against Mill. If it's against Mill, you should play it in the sideboard, probably. And that is a fine thing you could do, or you could just play more counter magic. Yeah, Kozilek would be way more castable. Crucible was a bit nonsense. Vidalcan Shackles would be a fun thing to do. Which, for those who don't know this terror of Mirrodin constructed, 3-mana artifact, you may choose not to untap it during your upkeep. 2-mana tap, gain control of target creature with power less than or equal to the number of islands you control for as long as it remains tapped. So, it's fine. Feel like you might just want some endings or even portable hole in the main deck. Yeah, most likely. I really like the card Ingenious Smith if we could get our artifact count a little bit higher. I also would like to see just 2 Darksteel Citadels or something like that to smooth things out. Yeah, Paradox Engine's okay for these kind of decks. The problem with Paradox Engine tends to be like, if you don't have Emry or Urza out, you're in trouble. Although Paradox Engine, though, with just Emry and 2 Mox Ambers is infinite mana. So that's something to consider. If you wanted to play Paradox Engine, you should probably play maybe a 3rd Mox Amber, squeeze it in. Blackstaff was shockingly good in that last game. Yeah, Psy is definitely possible. I mean, so there's like infinite... There's like infinite things you could play, but let's just... I just want to cut back down to what I think was impressive about this deck. and that was 4 Spellskites, 4 Urzas, and 4 Emrys. I think this was incredibly impressive, just all the way along. Yeah. Portable Hole is definitely something that you could play. I love the card Thought Monitor, but it is a very dangerous card to play, especially in this modern, because people are going to be coming after your artifacts, and that means this card gets cut off a lot. Spider's correct. We are quote unquote cold to a turn 1 Ragavan, so you could play some Prismatic Endings and some Portable Holes to try to fill that gap. Spellskite's not bad against a Ragavan. They've got to probably hit it and burn it. So I wouldn't mind Portable Hole or Prismatic Ending in this deck, or some combination of both, as a lot of the Urza decks are playing. And then the sideboard, I mean, this worked. No, I mean, you get hit once and then you play the Spellskite, and then hopefully you haven't lost on the 1 hit from Ragavan, which you usually don't. Sideboard is very loose here, I think. Like, I don't think Wormcoil is necessary. Mindslaver is unnecessary. Filigree Familiar was the closest thing to a card that I was really happy to see. Engineered Explosives is fine. And then, okay, so Flusterstorm was solid, for sure. And then Prismatic Ending was solid, for sure. Everything else... Soul Guide Lantern. Maybe squeezing in a Soul Guide Lantern and or a Pithing Needle into the main deck would be my favorite way to change the main deck configuration. So yeah, but this was super, super fun. We 5-0'd with it. I mean, obviously the list is perfect, and you should never change it. But if you were going to, you could smooth it out a little bit and try to take advantage of some of the powerful stuff. I was super happy with 4 Spellskites. Just as much as I am in the colorless prison deck. I really, 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 really think that if you want to play one of these heavy artifact decks, 4 Spellskites and some number of Welding Jar is really good. Like, fantastically good in this metagame. Like, Susurrus is making a mono colorless prison deck work in Modern, in that he is semi-regularly getting 5-0s with it. And that means that there's something to what he's doing, right? Yeah, Blue-White Talisman would be fine. Also, in this particular build, you could probably play Mind Stone. We had a couple times where blue mana was a bit of a problem with the mana base here. We literally never activated Academy Ruins, and I'm not convinced that it needs to be there without the Mindslaver in the sideboard. So that's a consideration. I don't think Academy Ruins needs to be in the sideboard. We only ever Ghost Quartered ourselves to destroy an island. And I think I think the Ghost Quarter was meant to combo with the Crucible that I cut just now. So you don't need that. This can easily be a 2-color deck. And you could also borrow the technology that the Urza decks are using in Spire of Industry and Glimmer Void to stretch your Prismatic Endings to as many colors as possible. Yeah, Ruins is fine as well. I'm just saying we never used it in that league, and it didn't really feel like there was anything I would want to sink that much resource into. Like, Academy Ruins is good when it's getting like big impact cards back, and this deck doesn't have that many of those. Like Ensnaring Bridge, you get that back so you don't lose the game. It's another Emry. Yeah, but it's super slow. Like, we were just winning or losing games way faster than what Academy Ruins is trying to do most of the time. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but what I'm saying is if we didn't have Emry out, we were either winning or losing so quickly that trying to get to or use an Academy Ruins wasn't going to be good enough. Which, again, that's not always going to be the case. But that's what I'm talking about, Spider. Yeah, Saga for map, for ruins, for map, for like, it's like, yeah. But anyway, so if you are in the future on the YouTube, hope you enjoyed watching that league, and you can hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out any of my other videos that I have put on the YouTube channel, and I will see you on those. And for everyone who is live, yeah, Saga for map for Saga is almost always good enough against blue-white control. It's not necessarily enough, but it's usually pretty close. Yeah, I know, Kaya. Well, if you ever need to borrow them, I can lend them to you. Creativity list was a 4-1. We're tearing it up today. So I'm going to look for someone to raid. Does anyone have a particular streamer who they want to raid? Looks like Pygonti's on. Does this deck want Blast Zone main? Yeah, you have room for lots. So, again, we did not cover anywhere close to all of the things you could do with this list. At all. Because there's just too many. There's way too many things you could do with this. I just wanted to highlight what the core was that I felt was very powerful. And Blackstaff was surprisingly good. Spellskite was very important. If you want to play Emry, you have to play Spellskite. And I even missequenced it a bunch of times and got away with it sometimes, and other times did not. Yeah, we'll hit Pygonti. He's the man. All right, so we're going to raid Pygonti. And take care, y'all. I think I'm above Pi on trophies now, which is just shocking.